Coming up in tonight's bulletin, Noro named as the only viable retreat venue for Pacific Leaders Forum outside Honiara. Government reports the Mineral Resources Bill 2025 aims to strengthen mining governance. And after years of setbacks, Goldridge Mine reports it is on track to reach full production by 2028. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Andrea Mahanwa. Aside from Honiara, Noro in Western Province is currently the only location in the country capable of accommodating the nature of the high-level retreat of the annual Pacific Forum Leaders Meeting. This was confirmed by the Pacific Islands Forum National Preparation Committee co-chair, Sir Jimmy Rogers, during the committee's talkback show yesterday. He said the lack of capacity in other provinces to host such high-level retreats is the reason why Noro was selected to host the forum leaders.
Solomon Islands is the second largest country in the Pacific by land area. Papua New Guinea no mohem biguinimyomi. It is the third largest by population, behind Papua New Guinea and Fiji. But when you look at development below in terms of hotels, or places where you may go, even within Honiara, you may not get enough here. And when you look outside in the provinces, we don't have enough development. When you look at countries like Samoa, Tonga, Vanuatu, they are much smaller than us. Yet tourism, hotel industry is a lot more. And so when it comes to where now you may host them, this kind of leaders retreat, you may not get anywhere now. Where we can host outside of Honiara. And therefore, the only place where we got enough capability for UMISA host them leaders is Lonoro, the wonderful hotel Lonoro. And I'm hoping that it's 33 years since you may host there. So maybe the next time you may host, but you got enough hotels. I hope it won't be 33 years that you may host more. Because some forum countries, they host even after 6 or 7 years, or get to host more. You may no more. You may host up to 33 years.
Sir Rogers added that moving forward, all parts of the country need to be developed to allow for such high-level meetings to be hosted across other provinces.
But I think the key issue for us now is our country need to develop. You may need for development now, not just Honiara, but all our provinces. So that if we happen to have a meeting next time, why not go to Makira? Why not go to Temotu? Yeah? At the moment, you may lack a little bit of this one. So the focus for the government going forward and successive governments, how do we lift our country so that we can accommodate such meetings in any of our provinces? So I think now, just the way this time, Noro was selected because Noro got a wonderful facility where all the leaders could be accommodated in one location.
The government is moving to strengthen oversight in the mining sector through the proposed Mining Resources Bill 2025, which aims to improve governance, decentralize decision-making, and promote transparency. Simon Tavake reports.
The Mineral Resources Bill 2025 aims to strengthen mining governance and enhance decision-making within the mines and mineral sector. This was highlighted by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Mines, Energy and Rural Electrification, Dr. Christopher Vehe, during his ministry's appearance before the Bills and Legislation Committee, BLC, this morning. Dr. Vehe explained that the bill seeks to improve the way the Mining Board communicates with the minister regarding key decisions in the sector.
We have issues around decision making. So the bill is trying to encourage the board, the board to make the decision, and the decision of the board be communicated to the minister also. And Hemno also the previous one where the board makes the decision and then makes the recommendations to the minister to make each other decision on top of it, whether to accept the board's decision or no. That is something we are trying to manage.
He added that while the Constitution continues to recognize the role of ministers in decision-making, the new bill is designed to promote a more decentralized approach within the sector, ensuring broader participation and more transparent governance.
The challenge we also face is, Constitution itself, me no lawyer, but also him give him a lot of recognition and that law ministers of the crown and of course leaders in the country ought to be respected too in the processes also. Yeah? So these are areas that we really want to make sure that it's appropriately captured. So law decision making now and going forward, we think that any decision that the technical people and whatnot inside law board hemi make him should be made final and then inform minister.
Simon Tavake, SIBC TV.
Goldridge Mine is set to become a major economic driver for the Solomon Islands, with plans to reach full production by 2028 after years of setbacks. Alex Dadamo with the details.
After years of setbacks, Goldridge Mine is on track to reach full production by 2028. Currently, the mining operation is operating at 20% capacity and aims to expand rapidly next year. Chairman of Goldridge Community Investment Limited, GCIL, and Goldridge Mining Limited, GRML Director, Walton Nizon says the mine will play a major role in boosting the Solomon Islands economy.
In terms of government benefits in the project in the next 3 years, Bahem pay long form of tax about 1.25 or 1.5 billion dollars. So once in that one happen, we are contributing almost about 50% GDP or one quarter of the GDP. I think you saw that our budget is about $4 billion each year, and Goldridge itself as a single investment contribute about 1.25, or in total, almost about $2 billion every year through direct and indirect benefits of the country.
Employing more than 1,000 workers in direct employment and through indirect employment figures sitting over 3,000, GRML is currently the largest contributor to the National Provident Fund, NPF.
Goldridge Mining Limited is the largest contributor to National Provident Fund. We follow the largest consumer of fossil fuel at the moment, and South Pacific Oil is owned by NPF. We have 1,000 workers paying contribution to NPF. So we are the largest in the country right now contributing to National Provident Fund. So when you follow Wakaman receive maybe 10%, 3%, 5% and interest to a Goldridge project, you follow look him that him now #1 contributor to National Provident Fund. So time we will contribute to National Provident Fund and buying fossil fuel, we are also contributing to the GDP block country.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
Two traditional voyaging canoes from Temotu and Fiji have set sail for Honiara as a powerful symbol of Pacific unity ahead of the 54th Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting.
Temotu's traditional voyaging canoe, Tepuke, and Fiji's Uto Nialo have begun their journey to Honiara today for the 54th Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting. Both canoes arrived at Lata, Temotu Province yesterday, where they were treated with a welcome dinner hosted by the Temotu Provincial Government and the Anglican Diocese of Temotu. Speaking during a talkback show yesterday, co-chair of the Pacific Islands Forum National Organizing Committee, Dr. Jimmy Rogers says the voyage aligns with the Ocean of Peace policy initiative. The Ocean of Peace is a Fiji-led initiative within the Pacific Islands Forum to develop a regional approach to peace and security.
It's already arrived in Temotu. So immigration, border agencies, immigration, customs, police, are going to do the same checks here. They've cleared them. So now they're looking at sailing Kamlo Honiara. So they are in Temotu, cleared legally by our border agencies, and their participation is really just a forum. Or come no more to be part of the cultural event. Yeah. Now Fiji Prime Minister hem garem one for initiative where hem launch him the previous forum that will be signed here, and it's the Ocean of Peace. Yeah. So as part of the whole broader concept of the Ocean of Peace, Ocean Bloimi or traditional seafarers now to do him before, even before these new ships can come. Yeah.
C. Rogers added the arrival of both traditional canoes shows the unity that exists in the Pacific region.
So it's really just to show that when we talk about our ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Ocean of Peace, culture was very important right from the beginning. We are the traditional seafarers, and therefore Tuvala boats here. Taimo geta come in, him represent him now, unity below Pacific. Lo Yumi and Bayo geta come in for join him now this for opening forum meeting below Yumi lo Monday. Yeah.
Simon Tawake, SIBC TV.
As the PIF leaders meeting draws closer, regional representatives are beginning to arrive in the country. Among them is Raki Ap, the international spokesperson for the United Liberation Movement for West Papua.
First purpose for me to arrive earlier than our leadership is basically to start raising the awareness, setting out that West Papua will be here being in the side events, but also having talk stories with the media, with civil society organization, and hopefully other institutions. And the first stop was actually the University of South Pacific, where I come to Honiara with a big film documentary which gives deep insights regarding the colonial history of West Papua and why we think it should be on the at least top 3 priority of the Pacific Island Forum. So that's what I try to do ahead of the Pacific Island Forum, is to keep West Papua in the hearts and minds of as much as possible Solomon Islanders.
The ULM-WP has actively participated in side events during past forum leaders meetings, focusing on raising awareness and advocating for international recognition of West Papua. At the 2019 Forum Leaders meeting in Tuvalu, regional leaders made a call for the United Nations to send a fact-finding mission to West Papua. Despite this call, progress on the issue has been slow.
Let us first, as Pacific Island community, look at issues inside the region before we import other issues. And I think the role of Australia and New Zealand are very influential. We can see that. West Papua is such a big issue where we are talking about 500,000 West Papuans. And I use this phrase in the Netherlands as well. If you combine the victims of Ukraine and Gaza together, West Papua is 5 times that amount. And while we are silent, we read every day about injustices in other parts. I think this is the opposite responsibility that I would ask Pacific Island forums to look at issues that matters in this region first.
At the sub-regional level, the Melanesian Spearhead Group has also worked to engage in dialogue with the Indonesian government on the ongoing challenges in West Papua. Director General Leonard Loma pointed this out during the MSG Talk Story in Honiara early last year.
We were required to have the chair of the MSG write to the Indonesian president. That was done. The chair of MSG wrote to the Indonesian president, and he agreed to meet with our leaders. And so we took that, went to PIF. PIF agreed that perhaps they would leave it to the MSG to make the approaches to the Indonesian government on the issue of West Papua and the human rights abuses in West Papua. The Indonesian president met with Prime Minister Rambuka and PM Marape on the margins of APEC meeting in US. And he's also agreed that he will meet again with the MSG leaders sometime this year.
Leaders of several MSG member states, including Prime Minister Jeremiah Manele, attended the inauguration of Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto in October last year. Manila and Subianto held a brief bilateral meeting where the need for closer collaboration on issues affecting West Papuans was raised. In the meantime, Araki encourages people to keep the conversation on West Papua going.
As long as we keep silent, these atrocities can continue. The only way that the governments feel pressure is that when ordinary, normal people talk about it. But also when, institutions like SIBC or USP, take their responsibility in highlighting issues that matters to our region. And through that way, we inform the people in the right way so that the politicians, cannot look away for the time they've been doing since the last communicate regarding the UN human rights visit. So I'm hoping that Solomon Islanders who heard this interview, participate somehow in our campaign, in raising awareness. And when we do this kind of talk stories, we will see that the pressure on the governments will rise. And also Indonesia feel it very uneasy to collaborate with governments and basically hiding the genocide against fellow Pacific Islanders.
And before we go, just letting you know that the backdrop for this evening is an image taken at Gela, Central Islands Province. And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.